If there's one truth about money that almost nobody wants to hear, it's this. Wealth doesn't belong to the luckiest people. It belongs to the patient ones. In a world obsessed with overnight success, viral winnings, quick returns, and instant gratification, patience almost feels like a forgotten superpower. But the reality is that patience, not timing, not luck, not some magical opportunity, is the real force behind long-lasting financial success. And today, we're going to break down why patience beats luck in building wealth, how the world's richest people actually use it, and how you can unlock the same power in your own financial journey starting right now. Think about this for a moment. Every time you see someone suddenly become rich, what you're really seeing is just the highlight moment. Nobody shows the years of silent work, the nights they kept going when nothing was working, or the long periods where their investments grew so slowly they barely even noticed. The world only sees the final moment where everything clicks. And because of that illusion, we start convincing ourselves that wealth is about timing one perfect opportunity. But wealth isn't built in a moment. Wealth is built in the boring middle, those years where patience becomes more powerful than anything else. Let's take investing as the simplest example. Everyone loves the idea of buying the right stock at the right time and getting rich fast. But the truth is, timing the market is almost impossible, even for professionals who study markets every day. On the other hand, steady investing over long periods, no matter what the market is doing, almost always wins. Not because of luck, not because of perfect timing, but because patience allows compounding to work its magic. And compounding doesn't reward the smartest person in the room. It rewards the person who simply stays in the game long enough to let the math take over. Most people dramatically underestimate how powerful compounding really is. They think of it as just earning interest on interest. But compounding is more like a snowball rolling downhill. What starts small eventually becomes unstoppable. If you invest consistently for years, whether it's $10, $50, or $500 a week, that money multiplies not because of luck, but because time amplifies everything. Warren Buffett famously said that no matter how talented or hardworking you are, you can't produce a baby in 1 month by getting 9 women pregnant. Some things simply take time. Wealth is one of those things. Patience doesn't just apply to investing, it applies to careers as well. People often compare themselves to others, wondering why someone younger is earning more or why a colleague got a promotion faster. But what they don't see is the hidden layers, the experience built slowly, the small habits repeated for years, the relationships nurtured gradually. Careers rarely explode overnight. They deepen over time. The person who keeps improving slowly and consistently will outperform the person who gives up every time progress isn't fast enough. Because while talent may help you win early, patience helps you win big. Now let's talk about something most people never consider. Luck is unpredictable, but patience can be practiced every day. You can't control when luck hits. You can't control whether the market will suddenly jump or fall. You can't control if your company will instantly skyrocket. But you can control your patience. You can control your discipline. You can control whether you stick to your plan when it stops being exciting. And that control is what separates people who build wealth from people who chase fantasies. One of the biggest mistakes people make is expecting success too quickly. They start something exciting, investing, saving, budgeting, side hustles, but quit the moment they don't see instant progress. They buy stocks but sell as soon as the market dips. They start a business but give up when the first month does not bring profit. They start saving money but stop when they get tempted by something they want right now. Impatience destroys more wealth-building plans than failure ever will. Because failure teaches, but impatience stops you before you even learn. If you look at how millionaires become millionaires, you will see a pattern. They do things consistently for long periods, often without any immediate reward. Whether it is investing, building businesses, or improving their skills, they understand the real power lies in the long game. Luck might give you a quick win, but patience gives you a lifetime advantage. Let's bring this idea into your own life. Imagine if you decided from today to start saving just a small amount every month. Maybe you invest a portion of it in an index fund, maybe some in retirement accounts, maybe some into learning a new skill that increases your income. The results won't show next week. They won't show dramatically next month. But over years, that small habit becomes massive. Suddenly you look back and realize you built something powerful, something that people assume required luck, when the truth is that it only required patience and consistency. Patience also protects you from emotional mistakes, the kind that hurt your wealth the most. When markets fall, impatient people panic and sell at the worst time. Patient people stay calm because they understand the long-term picture. When friends brag about making fast money, impatient people chase the same risky trend and often lose. Patient people stay focused on their own plan. When someone else appears to be ahead in life, impatient people try to speed up their journey unnaturally. Patient people realize that everyone has their own timing. Another thing people rarely talk about is how patience builds confidence. When you do something consistently for a long period, you begin trusting yourself. You stop needing validation from others. You stop comparing your timeline to everyone else's timeline. And that self-trust becomes a powerful asset because the more confident you become, the easier it is to stick to your financial plan and avoid quick-win traps. Confidence built through patience is stronger than motivation built through excitement. Now, let's flip the idea for a moment. What about luck? Can luck create wealth? Yes, sometimes. Someone might invest in the right stock at the perfect time. Someone might start a business that just happened to fit the market at the right moment. Someone might inherit money. Someone might win a lottery. But here's the part nobody likes to admit. Luck might give you money, but patience determines whether you keep it. Look at lottery winners. Most lose everything because they never developed patience, discipline, or financial habits. Celebrities who go broke often earn millions, but lose it because they didn't learn long-term money habits. Businesses that grow too quickly collapse because they do not have the foundations built slowly over time. When money comes suddenly, people treat it carelessly. When money comes slowly, people respect it. That's why wealth built patiently lasts longer and grows deeper. It's not just about how much you earn, it's about how well you manage, multiply, and maintain it. Now, think about long-term investors like Warren Buffett. People assume he is brilliant because he picks great stocks. But what they ignore is the real truth. He's been investing for more than 80 years. Most of his wealth, more than 90%, was earned after he turned 65. Not because he became smarter at 65, but because compounding had enough time to fully unleash its power. His superpower wasn't luck. It wasn't timing. It was patience. Endless, boring, consistent patience. The world today makes patience harder than ever. Social media shows us people buying cars, houses, vacations, luxury clothes, making us feel like we're falling behind. But almost none of that is real wealth. Most of the time, it is debt, credit, or illusion. Real wealth is quiet. It grows privately. It takes time, and it rewards people who do not need to show off. If you want to build real wealth, here's the truth. You don't need luck. You need a long-term plan. You need patience to follow it. You need discipline to stay consistent. And you need the strength to stay calm when progress slows down. Imagine your future 5 years from now. What if you focused on long-term habits instead of quick wins? What if you saved first and then spent what is left instead of the other way around? What if you invested every month no matter what? What if you learned new skills every year? What if you avoided emotional financial decisions? What if you stopped rushing and started trusting the long-term process? The results would be life-changing. The person who combines patience, consistency, and smart decisions becomes unstoppable, not because of luck, but because they allowed time to work for them instead of against them. Every wealthy person knows this. Every successful investor understands this. And now you understand it too. So the next time you feel impatient, the next time you feel behind, the next time you feel like your progress is too slow, remember this: slow progress is still progress. And slow progress compounds into massive results if you just keep going long enough. Wealth doesn't belong to the fastest. It belongs to the most consistent. Luck may open a door, but patience builds the entire house. And if you found this video valuable, make sure you hit that subscribe button right now. Because I'm here every week helping you build a richer, smarter, more powerful financial future. One patient step at a time.